Hello and welcome to Devos and Doodles. It is January the 6th. It's the very first Devos and Doodles of 2025. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. Jenny is my assistant. She's here with me today if you haven't met her yet.
Hi.
She's usually behind the scenes, but I love for her to jump on the screen so you can get to know her as well. And she's my buddy, so I love just having her with me. She makes Mondays fun as well as all of you guys. Hi, Linda and Tammy and Becky. Our YouTube friends are here. There's Linda. Oh, that's the same Linda. Hi, Linda M. Twice. Did you guys have a good New Year? Anybody do anything special? What'd you do, Jenny? Was I with you? what, what did I do? I remember.
For New Year's?
Yeah, what do we do?
I don't even know what I did. We've never been a big New Year's celebrator at our house, and so it's just kind of like another day for us. But
Well, yeah.
I did have my mom come over. I made, the black-eyed peas that I have always I'm kind of like, black-eyed peas, whatever. We can have them or you don't. But my mom was always like, you've got to have them. And she snuck in cabbage. So she brought cabbage because I told her, she's like, can I bring anything? And I'm like, no, don't bring anything. Well, she brought coleslaw.
That's better.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not just straight up cabbage, but
the stinky cabbage is what my mother-in-law always made.
But we had our peas and I might as well try to get the best kind of luck I can get.
That's right. My husband, he takes it very seriously.
See, that's how I'm on it.
He does. He has to have 365 plus. Does your mom do that?
No, she's not a freak. She's
listen. I'm not kidding. My husband does. I bought 4 cans of them.
What does he count them out? I meant to ask you about that when you told me that the other day. You're like,
you can kind of get a good, like when you get a spoonful, kind of get a good idea of how many, So
yeah. I'm going to tell him the next time. I'm going to say, I really believe you're only getting about 200.
He would say nope because he overate them, and then he also had me buy cabbage, which. Because he had his mom come over. A lot of you know that my mother-in-law is in assisted living, and so she lives really pretty close. And so he brought her over, and that was always her thing. It's like, we've got to have the peas and the cabbage and all that. So Dwayne had me buy cabbage, and he did not cook it. Last year, I think he did. And I don't do anything with it because I don't eat it. Like, I like it in tacos, like raw cabbage and tacos. I'll eat that. But anyway, and she never mentioned it. So that was good. And he forgot to cook it after. I was like, what happened?
Really? I was wondering what he had you do with it. I'll cut it up. I'll like shred it and put it in salad raw, but like as far as eating it cooked, I don't do that. -22. I saw that.
Oh my gosh. Warmer.
Nathan and I were looking at the calendar. At the map yesterday, the forecast map. And I said, well, it's -40 up in Canada. Of course, she's at -22, but it was, I'm like, how do they live like that?
How does your pinky toe get out of bed? I don't know.
Yeah.
Eileen, it's pork and sauerkraut. Is that what y'all do? It's fun to see what everybody does. Anybody else have a different tradition that you eat for New Year's Day? Okay, so it's health and wealth. I don't know which one's health and which one's wealth. Do you know?
I don't.
The cabbage is one and the peas
are
the other.
Peas are good luck. I don't know about everything else.
We do health and wealth around here.
See, sauerkraut, that's cabbage. But that's cooked cabbage. That's Dutch country, she said. Pork, we don't do. Well, I say that. I did cook ham, so I guess that was pork.
Oh, I'm sorry you were sick on the couch, Debbie. That's no fun. I missed that part. That stinks. We didn't do much for New Year's. We like to be with our dogs. Oh, I know. The reason I thought of you is because we just barely mentioned what if we played games or something, and then we never got together.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do anything. But it was nice. I didn't mind it. The dogs, they weren't too bad with the fireworks either.
Yeah.
There weren't too many around here. So
Becky we didn't have a whole lot that night.
That's nice. Health is the black-eyed peas. Now we know. I'm going to be full of health. Not wealth, but health.
Well, I'll need to eat some more black-eyed peas.
Right. Is it too late? Is there a time limit? Okay, guys, we are so excited to be back in the groove of things. We had a nice little break. Jenny came over, and you can't really tell. Okay, let me go bigger screen real quick and see if you can tell. So I'm wearing short sleeves because I had a sweater on.
And look at me.
Yeah.
I got 2 layers.
I had a sweater on. Okay, let me see if I can. Well, you'll see it in a minute. But I am in a different location, kind of. I'll explain that in a minute. But does it look different behind me? It may not look that different to you guys. But it was like y'all were coming to my house. You know, you want everything put away and you want it to look nice and all. And especially since Jenny came over here and we rearranged the room, completely rearranged it. It's totally different. I can breathe. I was buried before. I felt like I was like down in this hole.
Y'all, the difference of her desktop, if somebody says, hey, show us what pen you use for this assignment, she can go, oh,
no, I won't be able to find it because it won't be where I left it.
Because it's all it's very organized. It looks nice.
It looks really good. And thank you for doing that, Jenny. And everything is moved around. And her son, I had him come over and like help me move the big pieces of furniture. So
like that whole desk behind her was on another wall. I mean, like they moved all of that furniture and everything.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell what that is, but you'll see it in a minute.
Then M says, I ate the peas and cabbage for 3 days. Well, she's good to go.
That's too funny. You don't want no more peas and cabbage, right? Okay, so what we're going to do starting off for 2025 is we're going to start off with the word of the year, which a lot of you have probably done before, but it never gets old. It's one of those things that we always look forward to because it's nice to be able to focus on one thing and not overwhelm. And then we always love to pull in a scripture with it. So some of you already have your word and some of you already have a scripture. And some of you may not have even thought about it yet. So today we're going to talk about a few things. One is we have our study picked. I think it's just called Word of the Year. Mm-hmm. Do you have the link for that?
I do.
So they'll have it for next week. We're going to officially start it next week. But today I'm going to teach you, remember how we talked about, if you were here before, how to make a zine, okay? A little mini magazine, basically. That was how we try to remember the name of it, a zine. This is a thing. It's been around for ages. And I'm going to show you how to fold it and all that. It's kind of hard to fold the first couple of times. It's not perfect. So I thought today we could play around with that because I don't want you to do your artwork on it until you feel comfortable with folding it, if that makes sense. So I missed that. What was that? 50 years and still not healthy and wealthy. But you know what? Are you happy? That's what matters, and loved. And we all need a kind of friend that we can judge. I mean, yes, organized without judgment. I think I got a little bit of judgment, but I don't care.
She did not. I have been in, every area of her house and helped organize, so she does not have to.
And she's disappointed when she walks by a room and goes, oh, great, we've already done that one. It's time to do it again.
Well, I've been in that craft room or her office, and I've done that many times. But
every year for sure, I need it done.
One year, can I tell them the story about Nathan coming in your garage?
Well, that was totally different. Yeah, I don't care.
That was totally different, but it was still funny. I think I still have the video. I do. It's pretty funny, but Nathan was younger.
Can I tell him what we were doing first?
I want to tell him you were. Okay. She was getting ready for a garage sale for what? What was it? You were raising money for what?
A mission trip.
Oh, mission trip. So, and I'm saying, y'all, the entire garage was not 1 inch available because she had so much stuff.
People donated. It wasn't my stuff.
People were donating stuff. And so she was storing it all in her garage, getting ready for this garage sale, which we helped her with. But we were out there one day. Nathan had popped over and was out there looking. And because she's always like, oh, it's messy. And he walked out and he goes, whoa. And he got his phone and he started filming. And you could hear him, his little voice chuckling, as he was filming. And because he knew she would die if she he was recording. Anyway, it was.
I didn't care because it wasn't my stuff.
Well, you did care a little bit.
It's probably embarrassing to open my garage.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm typing in the study now, the link.
Okay, she's going to put the link in. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all, kind of walk you through what we're going to do. So I'm going to pull up my other camera.
I will remove myself.
Okay. Well, first of all, here it is on the screen. This is the flat zine that I went ahead and created so I could give you an example of what it could look like. If you're in my membership, you actually got a copy of that today. Okie dokie. Where is it? There's the room. Look at that, y'all. It's a lot of space back there. Okay. So here is our little zine. And this is mine, completed, finished. Hang on. Turned off my Wi-Fi. I don't know why it was on. Okay. I'll get a little bit closer for you. So this is one piece of paper. This is actually a piece of cardstock. At first, and I'll show you in a minute, I did it with regular paper. You can do it with anything, okay? Anything you want, any kind of paper. But I'm going to show you why I prefer this. This cardstock is probably like 70 pounds. You can see my little weenie dog. If you didn't know about me, I'm a big weenie dog fan. But on the front, this is our little cover. And it's all held together with this paper clip. You don't need to have one. I just pulled it out because I was like, oh, I can use my little paper clip here. You can do a ribbon or whatever to hold it closed, or you don't have to do anything. It would just be like that. So today our goal is we're going to do like the sketch for this. We're going to fold and do the sketch for this. And then next week we'll start with week 1. Then we'll do week 2, week 3, week 4. This all comes from the link that Jenny's putting up there for you. Week 5, week 6, and then the back is week 7. And I did do this number upside down if you're in my tribe. Sorry about that. I need to fix that for everybody, actually. Okay. So that is what the zine looks like. So this is cardstock. It's 70 pound. And you can see right here, well, you might not can see, but I'm going to show you. I put a tiny dab of glue right here and a tiny dab of glue right here, or here, somewhere. There's 2 places here that has glue. Okay. Now, I did this one on my iPad, and I know some of you love coloring, watercoloring, or doing, whatever however you like to create your art. Be thinking about that as well. I mean, you probably could get a piece of watercolor paper and fold it up. I don't know. That might be pretty thick. It depends on your paper. It'd be kind of fun to try just to see. Okay. Now this is what it looks like if you just do it on a plain piece of paper, like copy paper. Now, it doesn't look great because it's just harder to fold. This is a lot easier to fold. This one is harder to fold to me, but it still works, especially if you're like trying this for the first time and you just want to see, what it's like. But I started thinking about it, and I thought if you do all your artwork and then you learn to fold it and you mess it up, you'll be sad. So I really wanted to focus on folding today. Okay, so here is that's the original. Also, if you're my tribe, I'll show you in just a second. We sent y'all 2 or 3 things, but so you start off with a blank piece of paper, like so. Now I am going to give you anybody who's here. Well, if you're in my tribe, you don't need it, but because tribe members, y'all got this morning, you got this morning, and then you got a copy of this as well. But if you're not in my tribe and you want a template, which has the lines here, but we need to change that 7 the other way. You can type in the word tribe if you're on Facebook. Zine, I'm sorry, not tribe, sorry. Type in the word zine in the comments and it'll send you. And then Jenny's going to put a link for those of you who are not on Facebook, so you can just go straight to it. Okay. But today, you don't have to print anything. You have to do anything to get started, okay? To practice. We're just going to practice right now. And I know tribe members, we practiced this already, so you're probably the experts. Y'all might even have, it's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means. I haven't done zines long enough to make it perfect. It's just, this is my pattern that I kind of research, and it is not perfect at all. But it's nice to have somewhere to know. You know that this is where the title goes. You know this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, this one goes this way. This 7 is supposed to go this way. Because I think I did that wrong. Yeah, on all of them. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to fold it with regular printer paper or, okay, this is the cardstock that's a little bit thicker than printer paper. I like the thickness of it. So let's pretend like you don't have a printout, you don't have a pattern, you don't have anything. You can still do it, okay? And if you just want to watch me, that's always a great way to start, I think. If you print it out, I do want you to know this. If you print it out, it will have a little bit of you need to cut off the little border. There's a little border. But if I don't have a template, I don't cut that off. Like this, before I cut it, it had a little white edge right here. Cut the white edge off, right? Okay, here we go. The first thing that I'm going to do for our zine is fold it over this way. This is a hot dog fold. Hot dog fold. See, it's long and skinny, and I'm using a bone folder if you're just curious. I used to use a bone folder every day because I taught card making and all. And I got away from it. And then we were looking through my stuff the other when Jenny was helping me clean, and I saw it. I was like, ah. And then Jenny's like, I saw your bone folder. I was like, me too. So I'm kind of excited to have it back. And then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to do a hot dog fold. Okay. You know what a hot dog fold is? If you don't, I bet you can guess. I taught 5th grade, and we did this a lot. Okay, I'm going to fold it over here. Wait, did I say hamburger? This is hamburger fold. The other one was hot. Thank you. This is a hamburger. Okay, so we have a hamburger fold and a hot dog fold. We've just folded basically an X down the middle. Now, this is so easy, but I also want you to go ahead and fold it backwards. Like, let's go ahead and fold front and back. Front and back. And if y'all, this would be a good week for you to invite somebody to come to Devos and Doodles that's never been. It doesn't cost them anything to come. We want them to be a part of it. And they'll be learning new skills. And we'll be doing a Bible study together and talking about our word of the year. So, and we have 7 weeks to talk about our word of the year, which is kind of fun. Okay, now we're going to fold this in to the middle. Okay, I'm going to fold this into the middle. And as soon as you get that lined up really good, make a nice crease. And then go backwards with it. And if you just popped on, welcome. We're glad you're here. We are making a zine to use for the next 7 weeks for Devos and Doodles. We would love for you to join us and be a part of this. It doesn't cost anything. It's just for fun and to glorify the Lord, because we'll be putting scriptures on here and focusing on a word of the year. A mini dog. Yeah, I know. A little mini hot dog. Do mini dogs. Do mini hot dogs. And then fold backwards. I think that makes sense. I'm going to go through it one more time. Okay. Fold half like a hot dog. Okay. Open it up and then fold back. Just go back and forth. Make as good creases. Good creases. Fold up like a hot dog. Hamburger, hamburger, hamburger. And then do a mini hot dog. Like Lori said, mini hot dog into each other. Hi, Susan. Glad you're here. I hope you had good holidays. I hope all of y'all had good Christmas and Happy New Year and all the things. Oops. I hit a button and lost everything, but you're back. Okay. Okay. So now I know it's kind of hard to see here. You know what? Just for the camera, I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw a line right down the middle of the 2 boxes in the middle. Okay. 2 boxes in the middle. There's a line there. And what I'm going to do now is just fold this back on itself. Tammy, the zine template is for anybody to get with the link or typing in zine. But if you're in my tribe and you are asking about the other pieces, you get that in the membership, inside our membership. Okay, so what I wanted to do is fold it back on itself, and then we're going to cut here so it cuts both of those. Does that make sense? Twiggy had these running around with these this morning. My little Twiggy, she's a little miniature dog. So I'm like, where'd you get those? They were on my desk last I saw them. I don't know. I don't think she's on my desk doing work for me, but anyway, just do your best and just cut all the way just to that line. Don't go past it. Try not to. this is practice. I want you to do this a few times before you actually start the real thing, okay? Okay, but when we do the real thing, I like to do it flat. But then when you go to fold it, I don't want you to feel like I'm going to mess it up. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to fold it together. We've got our little cut through there. Can you see what we're doing? Okay, so now if you fold it back on itself and you've got that hole in the middle and you slide those together, you see a box. If you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now you've got like an X. And then you will fold it around and make your little book. It's still not perfect, but again, you're welcome to search zines and come up with your own pattern, but there you go. So there's that. And then you got page 1, 2, 3. You don't want to draw a line like I did. 4, 5, 6. Now, right here. So, okay, so let's look at it. You can see that this is closed off. You don't need to worry about anything here, but you can see this is open. So what I did is just literally put a tiny bit. Now, once you do this, you can't open it back up. But if I put a tiny bit right here, well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to do this and then try to lay it flat to draw on it. So there's that. And then this one, and this one, and then there's one more right here. Okay. I'm just put a little bit and see if I can open it back up and see and explain what I mean. Okay. Now, when it's time for us to do our artwork on here, it's so much easier to draw on something flat, right? So even if you did it like that, but to draw on it all bumpy like this is just not, to me, not fun. Now, maybe you could put it on a clipboard or something, but I have the best experience when I have just a flat piece of paper. So my thought would be to, and we can see as we go, since this is our first time, and we'll see if we want to do this the next time we do a study, we'll have a better understanding of how to do it, right? But so basically what I think I would do is have it flat, and then every week, let's go ahead and do, okay, next week we'll do this one. The next we'll put a scripture here. The next week we'll turn this around because see how the numbers are facing. We'll do a scripture here. The next week we'll do a scripture here. So on, so on. And then this one is the one I told y'all I messed up on. The 7 needs to come this way because this is going to face this way. And we'll get there. We're not there yet. So it's okay. You don't have to number anything. If you do though, use an erasable pen or pencil. Okay. I gotta get that. Jenny, will you make note for me to update that zine? Thank you. Okay. Does that make sense? How do y'all feel? Did anybody do it with me? Or are those of you that have done this before, do you have any tips, suggestions? Now I have folded it. I like the way it is. Could I unfold this and see? I barely taped it, so that's good. And then I could each week. That would be so much better to me. So then I'm going to get my erasable pen. If I can find one. Jenny said I had about 1 million somewhere, but I don't know where they are because
your erasable pens are all in.
Oh, I see.
Your pen. There's like 30 of them.
There's only 15. Okay. So then you can get your little template and look at it and decide like, okay, so this is, ignore week 7. So this is going to be your title. And then this is week 1, 2, and then we turn it this way. Week 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is going to be the same as 6 right here. So then we'll know which scripture to do where, and nothing happens on the backside. Nothing. None of this will show. Okay. Just to show you. Where's that? Where's that other one I did? Oh, here it is. Nothing shows. There's the back. This is just the one of regular copy paper that's not as nicely folded as I wanted it to be. Even when I cut it, I didn't do a good job. I used my paper trimmer. And you know, when you cut really thin paper on a paper trimmer, sometimes it'll move. So I was already starting off. Anyway, so you know that you will not draw anything on one side. And on this side, you're going to make all your folds. Then you're going to cut down the middle. Then you're going to pencil in your where everything goes if you want to. I mean, I think it makes sense because let's just say if you're just want to make sure that, yeah, you just don't want to do stuff upside down. See how this one, the way I folded that, it's upside down because I didn't fold it right. So everything has a purpose. And that's going the right way. Okay, so you know what I mean about doing all this artwork. You've just worked so hard and tried to make it beautiful, and then something's not jiving. So that's why a template is good. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you. Okay, so you want to, let's practice the title for week 1. I wish I wouldn't have drawn that in real ink. Why did I do that? I wonder if I do it this way. I bet that won't show. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip this one over. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pretend like this is the one that I'm going to use every week with you guys. I'm not sure if I am. I've got to decide. So once again, this is my title right here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Remember, it's got to be upside down. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7 one stays the same as the 6. Same direction. Okay. And this is my title area right here. So let's go ahead and practice our title. Has anybody, if you have, tell us in the comments, if you have your word of the year, you know what you want to do. And bonus if you've picked a scripture to go along with it. Because our goal by the end of this 7 weeks is for you to have a word of the year and a scripture to claim for the year. Okay. And we usually say that goes along with it. Okay. So I just started off with numbers, doing a title, and I'm just using an erasable pen so I can easily erase if I want to. And I am just making a print, like not a fancy, but just a printed and stretching out just a little bit so I have plenty of room. Breathe. Oh, I thought y'all were telling me to breathe. Y'all both have the word breathe? I love that. You have about 5 scriptures. I love that, April. Hey, you can claim as many as you want, right? I think, hey, better to have 5. All right. So there's 2025 and then word of the year. Let's do a fancy W. And then word of I did of kind of a little bit smaller over here. And then I'm going to do year and make it bold right here. I love that we're starting off with this because, you look back and you'll be like, that was in 2025 when we did that. We have another breathe. Create indoors with art and outdoors art. Also love that. Okay. And then we'll go back here and do the. Don't worry if you have to miss a week. We'll always have the replay for you. You can always come back and watch it. So feel free to do that. Susan has joy. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him. I love that. Michelle has embraced. I love that too. Donna says surrender. Ooh, that's good too. Those are all good. Okay, so now that we're here, we did some lettering, and let's do a little bit of doodling. Now, what I did for my tribe, did I not do it on here? Oh, I did. Okay. So I just gave them an idea of what to do with just some flowers, okay? But just partial flowers. And I made a line like How did I do that? Without moving everything over. I think what I'll do is start with a line here, and then I'm just going to keep going down like this. And then over here, kind of mimic that. Okay. And start doing some flowers. So any kind of flowers will do. I'm going to do a rose right here where I'm going to do a U shape. See that U? It's sideways. And then I'm going to do a swirl. A swirl right inside of it like that. Do you see that? And then I'm going to do a leaf right out to the side of it. So imagine this is just a line with flowers kind of sitting on it, but it's angled to the side. That's crazy. Ideas for scripture for Simplify. I love this. See, I want you guys to come help each other come up with ideas for names and for scriptures and all the things. You know, from now for the next 7 weeks, please feel free to join in and do that. Reframe. I need to look at things differently. I love that. Not eliminate, but reframe. Yes. Intentional. I have a few others I'm considering. Flourish. Love it. Okay, so over here, I'm going to do another rose. U shape with a swirl inside, and then a leaf. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. This is hand-drawn. Give yourself a break. Okay. And then I also did a kind of an upside down rose down here. Like so. It's not PDF. I'm assuming she's talking to you, Jenny. If not, tell me what I need to do. Okay, and let's do this next flower is kind of like a partial daisy. So I'm going to put a circle here just for the little middle of the flower. And then we're going to do some petals going around, around, around like that. And how about we flip-flop that one and do this one down here? Referring to the template or the zine. So you don't have a PDF for that. You need a PDF for that. So are you saying I didn't provide one, Jenny?
I think that's what she's saying. But I'll have to look and see what I posted and see what if it was or see if you put any in Trello with a.
Let me know, because I can't think about that right now. You just let me know. All right. I mean, I want to answer your question, but I wish I could answer it because I don't know. I wonder if I did. My intention is always to provide a PDF, but I could have failed. Sometimes it happens. Okay, I'm making a blob right now, like a ink blob, and I'm going to do it again. Oh, you know what? I did provide a PDF. Okay, it's 3 pages, Jenny. I don't know. Some people may not know that. It's 3 pages altogether. So if you click on that one, okay. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm doing another layer of blob or ruffles. Maybe we should call them ruffles. That's much prettier for a flower, right? And then I'm going to do some leaves coming out of that. A couple. And I'll start the little blob ruffles here. That one doesn't look as good. And then I'm going to do my leaves this way because we don't have to do them the same. And right here, I'm going to sneak in a little tulip. So I'm going to do the U shape as well as we did earlier, but then I'm going to go make it angle down. I know this is jumbled, so it's kind of hard to tell. Make a V shape and then a point. Let me zoom in to show you that one. Let me show it to you right here also. So I put glue on this thing. I've got it sticking to everything. So I'm going to do a U shape right here. It's coming back behind that flower. I'm going to draw an angle. If you have my book, my first book, it's in there, the step-by-step on how to make this. There's an angled line there, and then an angled line coming the other way, and then a point right in the middle. See it? I think we've got that done. And so for each week, we'll do something like this. Now, if you wanted to, you could, I think it's fun to make because all of these are like, I think it's fun to make your letters bold. Your numbers bold. So they're not all like the same. So if you wanted to make them bold, let me show you in case you haven't done this with me before. Let's do these are all erasable pens I'm using. If you go around this, and then we'll erase the inside, then you'll get a, what do we call these? I say it all the time, but I can't think of the word. Not bold, but, oh, a peony. I like that better, Susan. That's way better than a blob. What is this called? It's in my book too. Y'all, I've gotten to that point in life where I can't remember stuff. It is true. Jenny, what is it called? She's no help either usually. When you outline the letter, you draw around it and it's outlined. What is that? I talk about this all the time. They're all saying it in the comments. Block. Sorry.
Oh, block. I do not see. I can't find a PDF for it anywhere in Trello. So.
Okay, so I made one, but I guess it didn't get in there. That's weird. Okay, would you make a note for me to do that after?
Y'all, after class, we'll get it in there.
We'll get it all fixed up. I had it done, but somehow it didn't get to where it needs to go for her to upload it for you guys. So we'll get it to you right after class. All right. Now, right now, if you could trace over it. What if we trace over it? Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and trace over it and decide, what do I want to use to trace? Or do I want to watercolor? Or do I want to do the flowers? Let's go ahead and color, since we've got time to do that today. Okay, I have these. I haven't used these in forever, but these might be fun to use for this project. Have y'all ever, some of you have these, Crafty Croc. You don't have to have this brand, but watercolor pencils. No, watercolor markers? Watercolor brush pens, that's what they're called. So these would be fun to color in, or any markers that you have. But these, the reason I'm saying these is because you can get a really fine tip, the point on these. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to color this pink up here. And again, today you might just be practicing and playing and not committing to anything because of the fold, of practicing the fold. That's up to you. I'm going to do this one down here. It might be easier to trace it first, depending on what you're using, but just wanted y'all to see the process. And then if you want to buy anything for the, to have for when we get going next week, you'll know the things that you might want. Like, again, I love the bum folder, but if you're just going to use it one time, I wouldn't recommend it, but I love it if you make cards or something like that. And we can get a link to my Amazon store also pulled up. I just don't know. I need to put some of the things up at the top of the list so you can find them. So there's that green, but this also has different greens. So I like to mix them up and use different colors for different things. And I can go back if I want to and add some little bit of shading to this one to make it look better. I wish I could zoom in. Something has changed on my, something strange has changed. I'm going to have to do some research, but this is as far as it'll let me zoom. It's so strange. You and Jen remind me of my sister. I love how you guys are good friends. Aw, her name's Jennifer. That's great. It is nice to be able to work with a friend for sure. She puts up with me. I'll take it. But I get to tease her in exchange, so it's fair. You can pop on here anytime, Jenny. Okay, this is a dark purple. And, well, it's not a dark purple. There's a darker one in this set as well. So I'm going to start with this lighter color and see what we get. What I feel like I would probably want to do with these is I probably would want to get some water and maybe thin them out a little bit because they're pretty saturated. So if you want any kind of variation in color, like if you wanted some lighter parts to this. Will a heat tool still remove? Yes, that's the best thing, Jennifer, about these. Thanks for asking about that. That's what I love is that with watercolor, you can erase, which if you've ever used a pencil and drawn something and tried to watercolor it, that pencil's there. Like after you watercolor it over it, it's there. You can't get it. You can't erase it off. And so that's one thing I love about the erasable pen, because when I heat it up, that heat just goes right through there and erases it. And I'll show you that in a minute. I wanted to make sure to show y'all that today before we got off, just so you could see, before you risk it all. Okay, and then let's see. I think this, yeah, okay, here's 2 or 3 different colors. No, that's the same, I think. Here's some more different colors. So see, this has got all different colors in it. So look for something that has a variety. I'm going to do yellow here, yellow here. This is and again, I can take this darker color and add some shading to it if I want to. Couple more things and then I'll erase. Well, no, I have to go over the words first or then I'll lose those. Oh, this is the tulip. I thought it was, that is not what I wanted to do. I'll just use this color. I thought it was a leaf for a second there. Okay, now I always tend to go for black just because that's what stands out whenever you have a lot of colors. And a lot of you know that my tribe for sure knows that I love my glaze pens. This is what they look like. Glaze. This is a 2-pack set. I think I do have that one in my Amazon shop. The lean link is working. Thank you, Susan. Yay. We're already using it, girl. Let's see. So I have one already out of the package. Okay, so what you need to know about a glaze pen is it has, well, first of all, the first time you use it, it has like a little rubber tip. Okay, see that? I'm going to take that off. And now I need a piece of scrap paper because you want to scribble to get it rolling, get it going. Just use this. And this one's juicy and ready to go. But after you've used it and you put it away, it kind of develops this film over it. So every time you start, you want to just know to do that. Okay, I'm going to go from left to right because I know that this will smear. if I don't let it dry first. But it is so worth it. So worth it. Now, once it's dried, it's there to stay, and you can watercolor around it. You can do all the things with it. It's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and make this line. Did we solve the world's problems and all of the different people who need help with their word of the year in the comments? Tell us as you know what you want to do, because it's so fun to share it because you're excited. I was looking in the wrong spot earlier. I found the PDF. Okay, good. Yay! Yay! I was like, I know I did something a little different this time, so. Got my little swirl in there. See that? Do you see that? Look at that. That shine. See it? Oh, it's so pretty. And it dries like that too. Dries shiny. I have also been working on Valentine's stuff. So I have a lot of different things going right now. It's fun with the new year to get to start new things. Can't wait to show y'all. I can't wait to show you. I would like to know some feedback about Valentine's Day. Who do you make Valentine's for? Or who do you want to make Valentine's for? Or are you like, you know what? I've always loved to make Valentine's, but I really don't have anybody to make them for. All of your feedback helps me in some way or another. Okay, here we go. We've got that done. Oh, I said left to right. I meant to do the words because now I'm going to smear it if I don't. If I heat it up right now, it's going to start erasing everything. But it's okay. I'll be okay. But I'm just going to show you. I've covered up most of the, but I want to dry this so I can just go ahead and get started. I'm just going to try to dry right here. I'd like to make Valentine's for my sisters, husband, and sons. Oh, I love that. I want a sister. Jenny's my sister. The Lord gave me Jenny to be my sister because I don't have a sister. Oh, I'm losing all my words.
Yes, I tell her all the time that she's my sister, and I'm there for what she needs a sister for.
She is. She for sure is. Now, luckily, I can still see an outline of what I've got, even though it's erased. You can see that, which is good in this case, but in some cases, you might not want that. But just know that's what an erasable pen does. It does still have a little outline. It never bothers me. I'm okay with it. But I just love to tell everybody what to expect when you're trying something new, especially. That's dry. Okay. And now I'm going to show you how I can go ahead and do the block numbers and then show you when that dries, we can do watercolor right on top of these glaze pens. I've got some fun ideas for Valentine's using the glaze pens too. Oh, my grandchildren. How many do you have, Tracy? I can't wait to say that one day. I hope I can. Jenny's going to have one soon, y'all. If you didn't know, she's going to be a grandma for the first time. Due April 1st. So, and did you decide on a word? I think I can hear you, no? No, I can't. Did you decide on a grandma name?
I'm thinking about Grammy. I'm not sure. But they had a shirt made for me for Christmas that said Grammy on it. So,
well, that sounds like you're a Grammy then. Aw, I didn't know that. I guess we haven't talked about Christmas gifts and all that stuff. So some of you know that I went with my family and we stayed in a house. Like my 92-year-old grandma was there, my parents, my kids, and we all stayed in a cabin, and it was really fun. But we did handmade gifts this year, and so everybody came with something they'd made, and we've never tried that before with our kids and everything. My kids, um, but
They all did amazing job. It made me wanna try that next year. Of course,
aw.
I don't think my family would go for
Well, I'd be
that.
surprised. Honestly, it's the best because nobody needs anything. Nobody needs anything. We all have
Yeah.
all the access. We buy what we want, and so it's like kind of a bummer to buy for people. You're just buying to buy, and then you know
You
what they're
should have
doing?
shown what Paisley did.
Oh,
Her daughter made these and Christy's things that she made were amazing, and her husband made smoked cheese for everybody, and I got some of
stay
that,
here.
so
Keep talking. I'm gonna go get it.
okay, yeah. Her daughter, I was so impressed. She made I'm gonna explain it to you while she goes and gets it, because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so pretty." That she made these, birdhouses, and she designed the outside of it. I mean, it's edible. The whole birdhouse is edible, so you hang it up outside, but it's got all these different nuts and seeds on it, and she glued it with a special kind of, like, food grade, like, animal glue or something, I don't know, but it's edible, it won't hurt the birds, but it's just absolutely stunning. It's so, so beautiful. Pecans, like, she had some pecan she just made a beautiful design. It was so pretty.
I hope it shows good. We get it on camera, but wait, am I showing it the right way?
It's
Wait,
so pretty,
it's a birdhouse.
and they can eat it all. And
What'd you say?
that's like fruit on the top. Isn't that fruit on the top? Apples
This
and
is dried oranges,
yeah. Oh, one.
cranberries,
Yeah.
pecans. She said mine was the most expensive. I said because it's got pecans on it. I know. Um, I guess that's
And the
corn
seeds.
kernels. What are those?
Are those pumpkin seeds?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
And they're all different. All of ours are different. So, isn't it cute? It's gonna be hard to put it outside.
I know.
It was so fun. So, I recommend anybody do this because
Yeah.
it. Well, my mom cried because she just and my Hayes or my son made like a trail mix. It was really good.
Oh, yeah.
But my mom cried because she's like, "What the kids did for us." I was just thought this is so funny, and to them, that's not a big deal. To them, whenever you make something, you're like, "It's not that big of a deal," but everybody else is like, oh, "She made that for me."
Yeah.
And then my husband, he is not a maker. He's not a doer like that, and so he was kind of worried about it for a while. And what are you laughing about?
I was laughing because you were saying he's not a maker, and I was going, no.
No. And so he was probably the most stressed that I know of about it. And so we talked about doing beef jerky and it didn't turn out quite the way he wanted. And then I saw this video on TikTok about cold smoked cheese. And I was like, what is this? And it was the perfect thing for him to do. And basically, if you don't know what that is you don't even have to have a smoker to do it, but you need like something that smokes, which you can buy these. It's a tower, a smoke tower, and you put pellets in it, and you light it with what's that thing, Jenny? With that thing we have to use from you, butane with the torch.
Butane torch.
Light it with the torch, and then you just sit it in there to smoke. So it's not a hot grill. You can put it in something, but we put it in our smoker grill, but it's just cold smoke. And I think after you start it, you blow it out and just let it smoke. But it was really good and fun and different. And
Yeah, it's good. Me and Nathan have been eating it. It's really good.
we had a fun time doing that. I made salsa, and I also made the girls a Christmas tree. Some of you saw it. It's a sequined Christmas tree that you stand like it's felt and you stand it on top of something, so that makes it stand up. But it's nice because you can store it flat. Let's see. My mom made sand dollars, I think. Sand tarts. She likes sand tarts. My dad made homemade granola.
See, that's such a great idea.
Brittany, my daughter-in-law, she made she designed her own felt ornaments. They were all so cute. Anyway, I think that's most everybody, but
I would love doing that. I don't know if the guys in my family would be up for it, though all the women would, but I
Well,
don't
we
know.
can do it with our artisans or somebody. We can do it with anybody. We don't have to do
Yeah,
it.
that'd be good.
Okay, what is Donna? What's happening?
I made journals for family, nieces, kids, sister-in-laws, and friends. Oh,
Oh, and then chunky blankets for some of my family members for Christmas. Oh, I love that, Nina. That's
you did
amazing.
that. Oh, I like that
That's
too.
amazing. I'd love to see, and I wish everybody would post like what they made. I just want to see it all, you know?
I made a bunch of ornaments. I did the embroidery
Oh,
ornaments, and
yes. Those are amazing. I wish we
I
had those
painted
to
a
show
few.
too, because they're like, I have one that she made and it's like this big, literally, it's like this big. It's tiny. And it's a little nativity. It's so cute that she stitched. My favorite gift. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so now this is dry, and this is the glaze pen. See how glossy it is? And it's dry. Okay, and so now you can watercolor, you can do whatever, and it doesn't smear. Another reason why these are the marker of the year, the pen of the year. What do you want, baby? So since we've moved my room around, my dogs are confused and they're like, I had their beds somewhere else, but they're used to being like at my feet. And so I had to move the beds to my feet because they were so confused. I'm just playing around here with different colors, blending, just seeing what I like together. Is it? Let me see that. And deciding, do I want to keep going with those colors? Or do I want to, what do I want to do? Yes, tell us in the comments if y'all made gifts. I want to hear all about it. I made art resin projects. Oh, how fun. One thing I also like about making gifts that are like, what is the word? Consumable? You know, is that you're not having to store stuff, putting stuff somewhere where you don't know what to do with it, or maybe you'll never use it. But usually food or something like that, people can figure out what to do with that. Okie dokie. I'll let this dry for a second and then I'll fold it up. And of course, do whatever you want. Change it up however you want. Add some shadowing. This is your artwork. But whether this, if you did it along with me, and this may be your what you use for the next 7 weeks, great. I feel good about it now because I've already folded it and gotten it exactly the way I want. And then I unfolded it. I think that's the way to go. I really do. Practice, practice, practice. Get the folds the way you want. And then start with your title. Oh, I was just getting rid of the, can you see where the W is? Whoops. There's still some red there. And that just went away super quick. It's already 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh. This is so fun to be with you guys today. Will you be sharing the links for the pens and markers? Yes. Yes. Yes, Teresa, on everything you said. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. What we'll do is right after this, I'm going to go into my Amazon. Jenny can go ahead and give you my Amazon store link now. But check back because I'm going to put all the stuff that I used today up at the very top so you'll know right where to go to it. So if you look right now, it may not have what you need, but if you look in an hour, it may have what you need because I was able to update it. You just need that one link. Like she gave you the specific link for the glaze pens, which is awesome. But if you have also the other link that's to my whole shop, my hand lettering section, then you will be able to just keep going back and seeing if I've added stuff. Marilyn says, I made an advent calendar for my great grandkids and for 3 grandkids. Door hangers. Oh, how fun. Decorated gift bags. And Nina made Nana Nina. Oh my gosh. Jenny, are you frozen? Oh, okay. For a whole year, I got her name right, and now I'm guessing myself. Nina. It's Nina.
I think it's Nina.
Is that what I was saying? It is Nina, isn't it, Nina? Nina, help me, Nina.
Nina. Well, I'm not sure how else it would be said.
Nina.
Nina?
Yeah?
I don't think so.
You never
I mean, I
heard
know
that
somebody
before?
that spells it that way. That's Nina. So,
Okay. Okay, remind us. Jenny, where should I share pictures?
Of her resin art.
Oh.
In the
I wish you could share it here, but I guess you can't.
she can't share it on the main
Can you
page.
share pictures? I mean, she's welcome to try. If it'll let you make a comment with a picture, I don't know if it will.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe after the live. I've never seen a picture during a live.
No,
The first way. Okay, I was saying that. I don't know what just threw me for a loop there. Okay, so Jenny also put the Amazon shop that we keep my links of stuff that I use in case someone's interested in them. You don't need anything you do not need one thing that I'm using. If you have your own stuff, use it. But if you want to bless yourself with something new, I'll give you the ideas of some of the things I use today. All righty.
Christy, were you going to make the announcement
for the? Yes. Some of you have been following and know that we are doing. We asked for nominations for some people who would enjoy getting a hand lettering kit, basically. And we had several entries, maybe 14 entries. Basically, this would be like you nominating a friend, or you could nominate yourself, anybody. And so my team, we've looked over them and we're just like, how can you choose? How can you choose? I don't know. So we put it out there to y'all, and we did that last year too. We just got some feedback from you guys and whoever y'all felt led, and then I had somebody send me a private message and said, how can you pick? It's just, and so she asked, can I please bless someone as well? So that was so sweet. So we're going to be announcing 2 different people. And we're not doing names or anything because it's anonymous. But if you want to know the numbers, we're going to be sending a care package. And I can tell you what it's going to include. It's going to have my hand lettering book. It's going to have a set of 5 or 6 brush pens. I think there's 6, but it's a set of brush pens. And I'm going to send my prayer journal with it as well, and some tracing paper to practice the lettering with. So they were just so sweet, very heartfelt. Thank you so much if you nominated somebody. But anyway, number 1 and 4, right, Jenny? Number 1 and 4 will be sending a care package too. So, all right. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you next week. Practice your little folds and get ready, and we'll start our zine word of the year. Bye, y'all.